Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Walt the Motivator, and I want to motivate you to be the best you that you can be in real life and on social media. I just want to be able to help encourage you to be the best you. By the way, today was quite a day. Yeah, it's quite a Monday. Today, let me tell you a little bit about it. I go to the asthma allergy place to get my shots on the left arm and the right arm because I have different allergies that I'm trying to combat. I have bad pollen allergies, bad allergies to certain fruits and fish. So this was my chance to be able to live a kind of a normal life, if you will, especially in the springtime when I have the pollen allergies that really just, they make my face swell up and make my eyes puff up and my nose run and all that stuff. So this is the treatment and the therapy that I'm going to get these shots. Today, they ramped up the dosage just a little bit, but my body wasn't liking that. When I got finished with getting the shots, I went to the lobby like I usually do, and I wait 30 minutes so that they can tell if there are going to be any adverse reactions to that dosage. Every time I get a shot, as a matter of fact, I wait 30 minutes before I leave the facility. Today, I waited the 30 minutes and I stood up and I was woozy, just a little bit woozy. And I went told the nurse at the desk, or the health provider at the desk, that I'm feeling a little bit dizzy. So I'm going to sit back down and wait a little while longer. And she told me, she said, sure, then just let me know if it gets any worse. So I sat there for about what felt like to me about 30 seconds, and my face just started getting very, very hot, and my ears really, really hot, and it felt like I was itching all over my body. I just had this feeling of just being itchy, and then it went from that to I was getting ready to stand up and let the nurse know that I was feeling worse than I was earlier. So as I stood up, I began to fall down, and the gray spots and everything kind of went in and out, and I just was out. When I came back to, I was laying on a table back and there where you get the shots at and stuff. I was laying on a table, and so I could hear the voices around me, and I could not really see because it felt like I was blinded. You know what I mean? It was such a feeling that I can't even describe to you, because at first there were like gray spots, then all the spots just converged and it became darkness. I couldn't see anything, but I could hear the voices, and I heard the doctor telling the nurses to get an IV in me, but there was no vein to tap into, and he tried as well to do that, but there was no vein. So I kind of understood that what was happening in my mind, even though I couldn't even verbalize it. That's another thing. I couldn't talk clearly. I couldn't talk coherently to where they understood me. But I knew that he was trying to get that vein in. And once he could not get an IV into the vein, he made the call to have an ambulance come. And at that time, I just remember sweating profusely and just being so disoriented that I could not really answer all the questions, correctly or to my best ability. My heart rate was through the roof. My blood pressure bottomed out. I was on the way out. And from the seriousness that I could hear the health people talking, and I remember hearing one nurse say that, oh no, not today. I hope he doesn't go today. And I thought to myself, go where? But I really felt I felt bad. I felt, I don't know if the word is right, the term is right, but that out of body thing that people talk about. Yeah, that's what I felt. I felt like I was on the way to somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I was leaving this plane and this, and from the seriousness of what the healthcare providers, these nurses or assistants, physicians assistants or whatever, they were very, very concerned as well. They couldn't get an IV in me, but they did determine that my blood pressure was really dangerously low. I got a shot. He hit me with the doctor hit me with a shot of epinephrine, to kind of combat whatever was going on. I don't know if it's a histamine reaction or whatever. And then he shot me again with it because the first one didn't have any effect really. And so later on he hit it again. And by that time I could hear, in the distance, the ambulance, the siren of the ambulance coming. But it's funny because I heard all kinds of other things. I heard voices from people in the lobby, just talking amongst themselves, not really yelling or anything, but my hearing seemed to get really hypersensitive. I heard people from the other part of the facility speaking as well, and they were all rushing around trying to help. But even some of the people in the lobby who didn't even know what was going on, I could just hear their mundane conversations. And I thought to myself, well, this is it. Looks like I'm on the way out. And then I remember thinking that, man, there's so much stuff that I wanted to get done. And I just got finished recording these and uploading the videos about leaving a legacy. And I thought to myself, well, I guess I did the best I could. I tried to do the best I can. And I guess I won't be able to do anything that I like to do because YouTube has been a very good therapy for me. Just recording these things has been a very good therapy for me. And just talking and sharing my experiences with you today. Because at my job, I thank goodness that I work in a place where they let me go to my appointments. And I put that, I do it during my lunchtime. And usually, when I get a little hour, usually I'm in and out in 30 minutes at the therapy place for my shots. So I just take a half hour lunch and come on back. But today was no problem with them. They had no problem because they knew an emergency was going on. And I guess I just didn't grasp the seriousness of it at the time. But now, a few hours away from the situation, I realized that today I could have very well died. Allergies are no joke. And I thought to myself, well, I did the best I could with this YouTube thing because I wanted to share with people experiences in my life. I wanted to share with people what I've been going through in my life. So I felt kind of at peace, but I did feel a certain part that seemed to be incomplete. Because you remember how I talked to you on another video about how I spoke with a certain doctor about his ability to tell the story his way. I felt that so far I've been able to do some of that. I've been able to do that through my music, through my singing, and also through my book. Not only that, I've been able to do it in my life, with my life. I tell people every day that there are people who are reading you just as if you were a book. And the chapter that you're living today can be the chapter that makes a difference in their life. So whatever chapters I've been able to put out, whether in book form, whether in music, whether in video, I really hope that I've been able to help somebody. And when it comes to that time, when it comes to your end, like they say at the end of the day, I hope that you too, you as well, can feel that you have accomplished what you're doing, or that you gave, or that you have given it your best shot. My wife and my kids, that's my life. I wouldn't want to be taken from them right now. But every day, I'm trying to give it my best shot. Every day, I'm trying to do what I can to get a roof over their heads, because that's my responsibility, not just as a man, but as a provider. And we both have jobs. My wife works, I work. But I do feel a weight of trying to make sure that they are living well, that they're living without the fear of somebody taking our home or taking our vehicles. I work hard. She works hard. We work hard together. And together we do this, and I'm so glad. I just would hate for her to be in a position where she doesn't have what she needs financially, emotionally. I feel that a lot right now, and it's been weighing on me these past few hours a whole lot. I want to encourage you to go ahead. I don't know what kind of insurance you've got, but try to make sure you've got life insurance, homeowners insurance, car insurance. Make sure you have those things in place to where if you, God forbid, if you are gone suddenly from their life, that they have something that can help them even after you leave. Make sure you get that car insurance. Make sure you get that life insurance. Make sure they are covered. I'm telling you this as a person who now understands the responsible means, as a person who now understands their responsibility. I didn't get it all those years ago. I was selfish. I only thought about myself. I was reckless, and I was arrogant. But I want to encourage you today that if you have any idea that something is going to happen to you, make sure you have your ducks in a row. Well, but listen, we don't know, do we? We really don't know when it's our time. We really don't know when our number, so to speak, will come up. So what you do is prepare. I want you to prepare today. I want you to start preparing today to get your message out and to get your story told. One person's story isn't any more valuable than another person's. And a lot of times we sit here scrolling day in and day out, minute after minute, hour after hour, day after day, like I said. We're sitting here scrolling, watching content that could help us, but we're in that mode of just tell me something, let me know, tell me. I want to listen. I want to watch somebody else. I want to tell you today that I believe the responsible thing to do after you're scrolling all these years, after you've been watching people all these years, I really believe in my heart that it is time at some point to stop scrolling and start rolling. Rolling your camera, punching it in on the record, telling your story, letting people know how you get by from day to day. I work at a community foundation. I'm the face of the place. I'm the person they see right when they walk in. And I'm right downtown, and I've got this big old plate glass window that looks at the skyline, that looks at sky rises, that sees the people that walk by. And I call it my view from 32 because that's the address of the avenue that we're on. But after seeing so many people go by, it clicked with me. You've done enough watching. You've done enough scrolling, even in real life. You've done enough observing and everything and reading other people's story. Now is the time to invest in your story. Now is the time that you get that insurance. And I call it insurance because your story is valuable, whether it's in dollars, whether it's in memories, or whether it's in a legacy effect. Your story is valuable. Begin to take yourself seriously. Begin to take your life seriously. And the people that you touch, those people that you see, understand that they're not just there for you to laugh at and be entertained and all that, but there comes a time, like I say, that you have to stop scrolling and start rolling. When I say roll, that's like an old adage from the camera days when they had to roll the footage. They had to roll the camera thing the film through a camera to even, get the film exposed or whatever. And then later on they develop it. So that's just a throwback. When I say start rolling, I mean start rolling that camera right there. Push that button. Talk to me. Talk to us. Talk to the world. But don't even really see us. Just look into that camera. Look into that camera. Look into it. And let us know how you live. Thank you for your time. I'm Walt the Motivator. As I say always, I am the motivator that wants you to be the best you that you can be. Whether it's in real life or whether it is in social media, this is a blessing. And I appreciate your time. Goodbye.